This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
With the greatest faction in podcast history, JFW Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am the Faction Slayer and 1/3 of the IPW Trios Tag Team Champions, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
And I am the King of Combat, the top of the food chain, Apex.
Okay. I feel a lot like Steve because we're recording on Tuesday. And I don't know. I just got the urge to blame people for my own problems and assume the worst of people when they talk about me. Or, like Steve, like I said.
Yeah, it's starting about an hour, so.
Right, yeah. Who's on the Power Hour this week?
So, in an interesting dynamic, it is going to be Cameron Wayne from Crash Tested from when it was around.
Oh, dang. Well, maybe there's some news on Crash Tested in its future. Who knows?
Or it could be about his podcast that he does with Jay Thunder.
Did not know Jay Thunder was on a podcast.
Well, now you know.
Now I do. What's the name of the podcast?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But you can find out on the Power Hour when it releases.
Yeah, go to the Power Hour and listen to that. And then you can go listen to Jay Thunder's podcast with the guy that nobody said was going to be on. I forgot his name already. Christian
Cameron.
Close.
It starts with a C.
yeah, I was there. I'm in vacation mode. So, guys, we're here. We are going to talk about what happened this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, over in the wrestling world. There are 2 shows coming up this weekend. Nubby's going to cover a bulk of what's going on here, as he always does. It is Turtle Indie Talk after all. So we'll cover all that stuff and everything. So Nubby, I'm going to leave it up to you, honestly, because, the shows that I have from this past weekend, I don't have, information, very little, I guess. So I want you to decide, okay, we got ARW, Frontline Pro, and IPW are these shows that we're going to talk probably the most about tonight. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with ARW.
Cool. Let's go that route.
That's first on my list anyway. So let's start at the top of the food chain, if you will.
You there, Apex? No, he's not.
He had a customer apparently.
Oh, big deal.
Gotta make that money again.
I gotta go make sales. I gotta go financially support my family. Whatever.
Who does that sort of thing?
Overachievers.
Who starts a family?
God, fucking love it.
What's that?
I don't know. Anyways, yes, ARW was this past weekend. Return to the Legion, or back to the Legion.
Back to the Legion.
They're back to the Legion. So let's start it, because I know there was only a few matches we kind of knew about. I think there was maybe 3 that were kind of we were informed of before going into the show and everything. So
yeah.
A lot of these results and stuff are going to be like, oh damn, they actually made that match happen. So
yeah, that is a fact. And it was on a Friday, which is very rare for ARW.
Yeah, well, it's weird too because their next show is also on a Friday. But I think they did that because of the date. So
Probably.
yeah.
All right, so back to the Legion. ARW went, and here are the results. We had Cult Classic defeating Pestilence in a tag team contest. For a post-match shenanigans, ARW owner Dave Allen came out and issued a flawless challenge to Judas Chavez, which, obviously, I'm sure he accepted. I mean, why wouldn't Judas want to beat Dave Allen's ass?
Yep.
But in the end, Dave Allen gave Judas a low blow, or no, I reversed that. Judas gave Dave Allen a low blow and walked away. So that's interesting. I didn't think Judas had the guts to do that, but hey, don't count that guy out.
Yeah, and you can't even say it's not like Dave Allen didn't deserve it.
He deserves everything that comes to him at this point.
100%. And I think we talked about it maybe on the last episode, where a lot of people, like, the power goes through their head. Obviously, Dave Allen is no different. So, good on Judas to get a little bit of retribution. I mean, we know what Dave Allen's been saying about Judas's own father since he took the company from him and everything. So, a little retaliation, even if it's a low blow, is, I'm sure Judas is sleeping like a baby since then. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't like low blows unless it's warranted. And in this case, though, Dave Allen deserved it because he's a cocky son of a bitch. I just wish it was Carl that got it instead, because Carl deserves everything.
Fucking Carls.
Yeah, they are evil. We have Crux defeating Drew Bronson in a singles matchup.
Okay.
CMOS Dave, now aligning with Angel Armani, defeated Brendan Balling by submission. It's pretty much the same scenario as last time, but with Angel Armani in the corner.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see Angel kind of coming back around to the business again. I mean, I know him from ARW. Glad to see that. I guess I can't even say like, oh, CMOS is getting some information or getting, kind of learning from the veteran, because CMOS is a veteran himself. Yeah, so it's unique. It's unique that Angel's kind of making his return back to ARW, and is it going to be a benefit for CMOS? I don't know, but
maybe.
So far, yes.
I mean, two egos on one team. I mean, it could happen. I mean, Armani's kind of up there in age, so he'll probably be doing more managing here on out. And he is the ARP champion, so hey, he came out with that title. I'm just saying. He did it himself.
Yeah.
We had some post-match stuff as CMOS and Armani attempted to inflict more damage to Brendan, only to be saved by ARW Heavyweight Champion Greg Glover. So we could see some shit brewing between Greg Glover and CMOS.
That wouldn't be a bad match to see.
Due to injury, Michael Morris was replaced by Shaq Jordan in the tag team title match, resulting in the family defeating the program to retain their tag team titles. I mean, that's a good pick.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, for ARW fans to go into it expecting just what they had, to being able to see the generational treasure, as Steve puts it, in Shaq Jordan, I mean, that's just a boost,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nothing against Michael Morris. I'm sure. I mean, sure the fans wanted to see Morris, but I mean, it's Shaq Jordan, for God's sakes. It's you take the opportunity to get him when you can.
Oh yeah. I mean, and Shaq and Muggsy as a tag team anyway. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we had some post-match shenanigans after this as Eric Schultz reviewed the signed contract for the match. And because it didn't say Shaq Jordan's name, Dave Allen ruled that the match is a no contest and the program will get a rematch. So basically, the champion still retained.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good on Schultz for, reviewing contracts and knowing that kind of shit. But I mean, to keep a guy's name off a contract, even if it was a last minute change, you gotta say you gotta just assume that Dave Allen did that on purpose. As a, I mean, I don't know what his relationship is with the family, but you can only assume that maybe he's more of a fan of the program than anything.
Oh, I'm gonna say that 100%.
Yeah, to keep Shaq Jordan's name off the contract, intentional to make the contract void.
So it's not considered a win for Shaq Jordan.
It's not one for Shaq Jordan, yeah. So
Shaq Jordan was not contracted to wrestle that night, even though he was there. Makes sense.
Yeah,
but
you know what? Honestly, shame on all the other wrestling companies that didn't book him that night. What the hell?
You bring up a bigger point there. Yes.
Right? Like, oh, Shaq Jordan has to be booked. Oh, you booked Shaq Jordan? Yeah, last minute. How is that even a thing?
What's funny is I actually was asked to wrestle Shaq this Saturday, but I'm still not medically cleared.
You should.
And I think that could have been a fun match, so I'm a little upset.
You talking about this coming Saturday?
It's coming Saturday. What is that? 31st. I'm not medically cleared. I'm still recovering.
Listen, when you get an opportunity to wrestle a generational treasure, you do it. Steve
I know it was a tough
loss, but I mean, you still do it.
It was a tough one, but I'm also down 30 pounds and haven't done a lick of wrestling in 5 months. I probably would have died. All my timing. No, I would have died.
Coward.
But I get to meet Moose this weekend, so that'll be fun.
Oh, there you go.
I'll tell him that hi if he watches this or listens to this podcast, and if he doesn't,
ask him. Yeah, ask him if he listens to JFW Podcast.
And if he doesn't, I'll tell him to go fuck himself. So this could be the last time I'm on the show.
Film it for content. Film it.
Hey, I need you to hold this camera wide because I don't know what he's gonna do.
That's right. Get an Apex exclusive. That's the way to do it.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Yeah.
Short, but it was at least worth it.
Yeah.
I guess we should start looking for a new co-host.
Yeah.
Another new third co-host. Yeah.
Well, just Pax, when you get home, just open up your bedroom window and ask Pax, like,
if you
want to come back because I may die this weekend because I'm going to go actually wrestle. I know you don't know what that's like, but
he's part of the reason why I had to really up the security of the house. Like, I got strangers that are gonna be coming over to buy stuff and everything, but when I heard about the bushes and I keep seeing them moving, I was like, I need to add even more because now he has a reason to be here. No, I can't give him that reason.
Right. You just look out your back window, wondering like who the hell like left the clothes on the laundry line, and then dawned on you don't actually own a laundry line because he clearly put up his own laundry line to wash his clothes.
Yeah.
He also dug a creek.
This isn't my shirt.
Yeah. He somehow just turned your backyard into like Little House on the Prairie.
I mean, there is like a little like water table back there that he can use as a sink if he'd like. I don't know.
I believe he probably does. Yeah.
Fire pit out there to cook.
Built a cottage.
Did recently.
Makes a lot of sense. I assume maybe your kids have a little plastic house.
Not anymore. We did get rid of that, thank God.
Yeah, you'll probably see another one coming soon.
Back out of nowhere. Honey, did you get another house? No? Weird. Okay.
Yep. He's gonna have hogs and shit, and just
It's took such a turn.
Yeah, he's gonna develop a homestead on your homestead, man. Just give it time.
Oh my God, this took such a turn.
Listen, dude's a little fucking weirdo, but he has commitment, man. He fucking he's in it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but he's committed to it.
Mm.
He's in it, yeah.
Right.
He's in it to win it.
I've heard that term. You don't have it. What is it? Why do I want it?
Nobody knows what it is, but
It's there.
he's committed to it. Yeah.
Apparently, I want it. Oh my god! All right, we got more. Do we already talk about Dummy beating up his best friend, or
not yet? We're gonna get there.
Cool. All right, glad I didn't get to the good stuff. I did hear Crux. I heard Crux. Interesting fella. Turtle, you've been to more ARW shows than me. What is with the nipple twisting? Like everybody just is like constantly cranking nipples over there. What is going on?
I blame Creed because he did that for an entire battle royal.
Yeah. All right, I'll second that. It's probably his fault.
It's fucking Indiana, dude.
They love the nipples. They love to twist the nipples out in Indiana. So
it makes me very worried about popping in there for a match. I have a feeling if I'm sensitive, it's not a good idea.
There's this big billboard going into Indiana at the border. It says, "Welcome to Indiana. You can milk anything with nipples." Huge.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how in Indiana there's a lot of nipple twisting, but at strip clubs they have to wear pasties.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So note this self: don't cross the border if I ever want to go to a strip club again.
That's right. That's right. Texas says the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have that last part you said, just the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag wall.
Don't touch the talent.
Don't touch the.
Oh man.
Oh god.
And an interesting thing, Nick Diamond defeated Ivan Manson.
Can we talk about how he all of a sudden decides to wear shorts now too? Like, I'm proud of his progress, but I saw that and I was like, really?
He used to.
Who's wearing shorts?
Like, yeah, he said he was bringing it back. I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, Diamond?
Yeah.
What do you mean shorts?
He was wearing shorts. He is not wearing like his typical wrestling tights. He was wearing
like
tight
biker shorts. You know?
Not like Schultzy shorts.
No, longer.
Yeah, but longer. I'll have to
I don't know. I'll look. I don't know what you guys mean when you say shorts. I'm thinking of like basketball gym shorts and shit.
About that length, but
tight.
More, yeah,
tighter.
but
Okay.
Biker
Gotcha.
shorts.
yes.
Gotcha.
It works for his character. It totally did.
Or early John Cena.
Yes, before he went jorts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Okay. Yeah,
Holy
I'm on
shit!
board.
I used to wear jean shorts. Oh, no wonder I was picked on. This makes sense.
Who still wears jean shorts? Pac-Man.
Potatoes with sandals.
Now, whose shorts those were outside? I thought those were my old shorts. God damn it!
No, I told you, man. Yeah, you don't have a clothesline. At least you didn't.
I saw it hanging on the kids' play swing set. You know, there's a little spot over there if he wants to like make like shelter or something. So I guess I got to keep an eye on this more often.
I would.
After the match, Ivan tried to attack Diamond, only for Schultz and Thunder to make the save. Following this, Braun the Lumberjack stormed to the ring and chased the program away.
Where was AFA at?
Is he with the Manson?
Well, they were in the family together.
Okay, so this is like an old school thing coming back to new school. But did we want to root for the program, or do we root for what is? Who are we root for on this turtle?
Well, here's the thing: when AFA first showed up,
yeah,
they attacked Braun.
So they basically beat him into submission, and now he's part of them, and Stockholm syndrome kind of thing.
And they recently reunited at IWA Productions. It was kind of a mix of the AFA and family together. So we might be seeing something brewing. It
might be a merger.
Could be a merger. Could be an alliance. Who knows?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it was just Braun. It wasn't the family.
Right.
So, it wasn't like you saw Muggsy and them right out there to save the day. And also, hasn't Diamond been a, fan favorite as of late?
Dude, he's like kind of tweening right now in a way, like, but the fans just won't boo him. Like, he's technically still a heel.
But here's the thing. Okay, so let me understand this logic, because I get that it's fucking Indiana. You have people who like Nick Diamond. Then you have people who like Ivan Manson. I'm sure both people are getting cheered and both people are getting fucking booed. Nick Diamond picks up the victory. Now, from the information, was it clean? We don't know. We just know that he beat Ivan. Now, Ivan is going to sneak attack and jump Nick Diamond. And in return, the program come to save the day, only to be chased off by Braun the Lumberjack.
Mm-hmm.
Make that make sense.
He did have his axe.
Yeah, but he chases off the people who are coming to save the guy who's about to get jumped by somebody.
You're making some sense here. Like, how does that make sense?
Right? Who's saving who at this point? Like this is like human centipede of rescue and beatdowns.
Yeah.
It
sucks when I'm not there to, see it,
Right. But that's the thing. Like, so when you sit here and look at it, like, it doesn't even come down to like, is Schultz and Thunder the heroes to prevent Ivan's attack on Diamond, or is Braun the hero to stop the program's attack on Ivan, who was going to attack Diamond from behind?
This is a lot of thinking, man. Like, I don't. It hurts my brain when you put it that way. Like, so basically the heel group was attacked by the heel whose group came out to save him, and then is Braun a face there, came out to save the heel who then was chasing off the heel group, which is something a good guy would do. What the heck just happened? What paradox did we break? Who stepped on a butterfly back in time?
To be fair, Braun the Lumberjack is also part of the asylum.
Sounds like my gym and all, actually, that I did call it that.
Yeah. See, what it is it's Nick Diamond who's a heel, but is being well liked. Beat Ivan Manson, who was a heel, but who is well liked. And once Ivan lost, he was going to jump that heel who's liked Nick Diamond. But the heels, Eric Schultz and Jay Thunder, come to beat up the heel that's liked Ivan to stop him from beating up the heel that is liked Nick Diamond. Then the babyface, who is Braun, comes out to stop the heels who are beating up the heel that is well liked, who was trying to beat up the heel that is well liked.
It's complicated, right? It's a complicated relationship right there.
I don't know what the name of this show is going to be, but it's going to do with that. It's going to be like, it's like the babyface stopped the heels, who stopped the heels, who stopped the heels, I think. Something like that. Because it's a mind melter on exactly what the hell that was. Wow.
Crazy.
It's just hard to realize that there was a situation that out of all of this, Braun's the good guy. Out of all of this, like, wild. But again, where's AFA? If Braun got beat down by AFA, why is Braun coming out to help Ivan? I get the history and all that stuff, but the thing is, does the history really overpower the beatdown that he got by AFA not too long ago? So it's weird. I honestly believe like stuff like this is what causes dissensions in groups. So who knows where it leads, but it's
mind blowing.
It's
Crazy.
It's something. It's a cluster. That's what it is.
You got that right, cluster.
It is a cluster, brother.
Now, Apex left at the wrong time because
That's
I was
okay.
going to talk about the idiot. So, should I wait and go to the next match?
You go to the next one. That's fine. Yeah, we can do.
Oh, no, he's back. He's back.
One more customer, but I can totally hear you. So if you want to skip over, that's fine. But I gotta hear this.
We're gonna say a bunch of inappropriate things.
Oh God. Well, he's probably not because of you.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll skip it.
Yeah.
We'll go to the main event match.
We can do that. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we'll put Creed in the main event.
Go figure, right?
Yeah, but it's not for a title, so we're good. But the main event was for a title without Creed, so it makes it even better. So Greg Glover took on Isaac Slate for the ARW Heavyweight Championship. Now, just for a little recap, Isaac Slate cashed in his golden ticket and lost. Fast forward, he is getting a title shot. But he failed his attempt at the golden ticket. I mean,
listen, Braun just helped a heel who was getting beaten down by heels after he tried to attack a heel. So anything beyond this point in this show, it's just kind of like,
I mean, that was Dave Allen's thing too. I mean, he made it happen. So just bad ownership. So corruption.
that makes
fine.
sense, man.
It's fine.
It's pretty much, again, it comes down to what does the president want to see versus what does the fans want to see. And if Allen wants to see Isaac Slate take on Greg Glover again after not earning it, then sure, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised Dave Allen didn't put himself in a title match.
I mean, it's probably, it's probably best he didn't because he didn't, he's probably still icing his genitals from earlier.
That is also true. He could have put Carl in the match.
Fucking Carl.
Now, I would have loved to see that. Because we all know what would have happened.
Carl would have died.
Yeah. Or at least get beat down like really bad. Which isn't a bad thing.
Oh.
I want to do that myself, But nonetheless, Greg Glover did defeat Isaac Slate to retain the ARW Heavyweight Championship. Now, after the match, Indiana State Champion Joshua Moon entered the ring, challenging Glover to a match for the heavyweight title in June, which Glover has accepted. Now, is Dave Allen allowing it? I don't know.
At one point, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Dave did. I honestly, if Dave was to accept it, he'd be like, sure, whatever, I don't care. Because, he'd be more focused on his match with Judas, which I'm guessing is also going to be on June 13th. But, I mean, why only have one title on the line? Why not have both? Winner take all.
That's something Dave Allen would do.
Right? I mean, if you're going to challenge the ARW Heavyweight Champion while holding on to the ARW Indiana State Championship, I mean, why not prove a little bit more and put them both on the line?
Now, if it happens, so someone listened.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Listen, the Evolution pay-per-view is coming back this year at WWE. So you're welcome, everyone. Just saying. You're welcome. Except it's in July, I think. And it's like on a Sunday, but it's still happening. So
I think it's the same weekend as another show.
Yeah. Yes,
people weren't happy about it.
Why? Dreamwave does it.
Yeah, I mean, more content,
Right.
people deal with it.
Yeah, they're doing it, and that's the important thing. They're doing it. Like,
They are doing it.
And nobody's ever just happy.
No.
All right, now we talk about it.
Speaking of it and unhappy things,
Okay.
James Creed.
Was this even a match?
It was a match.
Okay. Because I want to give Josh his props then.
But James Creed defeated Josh.
Okay.
And then
I don't expect anything different. I mean, unless you were to tell me that somebody just came out and just beat the hell out of James Creed like we all want to, I wasn't expecting anything, unfortunately.
Well, you are partially correct.
Ooh, okay. All right,
but it wasn't Creed that got beat up.
Oh.
It was actually Creed beating up Josh after the match to add insult to injury, giving Josh a package pile driver.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Josh had to be carried up.
I was gonna add to this. Yeah, all right. Like, there's a reason why this is freaking forbidden, and to do that to someone he claims is like one of his best friends.
You don't give a fuck.
Dude, I'm starting to notice that. Like, friendship's out the door. We saw it with Benny and Schultz. Now we're seeing it with Creed and Josh.
I'd say Creed would probably pile drive his own fiance.
I'd pile drive his fiance.
No. I was like, no. I was going to say, no.
What do I go fuck? It's fine. Listen, if you listen to my commentary on SCW, you get it.
No, yeah, oh yeah, no, you're definitely very vocal. But that was I don't know, Turtle, if you meant to set that up, but it was there. Like
that was an accident.
That was an accident because it seemed super intentional.
Listen, the only thing Creed has ever done well recently is finding an attractive fucking person who's willing to allow him to climb on top of him, and it's not for a championship. So,
well, that and the fact that she joins in on it, like that's. I mean, can any of us convince our significant others if we had them to join and help?
Okay, hold on. Are you talking about like when she got involved and kicked Hunter in the genitals?
I mean, that was pretty significant.
Okay, has she got involved since?
I mean, she holds the title, I guess.
Yeah. So realistically, the only thing she's really done is not side with Creed, but just kick Hunter in the genitals. And let's be honest, who hasn't wanted to fucking do that at one time or another in the past 5 or 6 fucking years? It's not like she came in and was like, oh, I'm going to back my fiance. She's like, no, I just want to kick this geriatric fuck in the genitals. You know? So that's about it.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, when you put it that way.
Yeah. Other than that, she just sits in the front row all hot and shit.
I mean,
you almost spit your shit?
Yeah, because I was like, Jesus.
I hear
Christ.
she doesn't. What?
You put a freaking disclaimer on when you post this episode.
That's fine. I get it.
He said worse.
I get it.
Not so young
much worse. So much worse. Hey, listen, there's an NSFW all over this podcast.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, the F word's dropped more than once. It's not safe for work.
So maybe she can be considered the new hot girl of JFW.
It's hard because the hot girl moniker is really set for the women who friend zone LIM members. So it's really hard to sit there and give it to the future Mrs. Creed. But I mean, I guess we could. I mean, she could be the up and coming hot girl. I mean, she could be like, you know, the current hot girl of JFW. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've never learned her name, but that shit don't really fucking matter. So Mrs. Creed it is. So there we go. Congratulations, James. Your fiance is now Mrs. JFW hot girl.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Show name.
Yeah, I will say she is a sweetheart of a person. So just ease up people. You know?
Yeah, when she's not punching Hunter Payne in the balls to make sure.
Yeah. You don't need to message me because I'm just gonna not read them. Just stop.
Yeah.
So this is how crazy Indiana is.
Oh,
she was actually cheering for Josh at ARW.
I
There we go.
I don't understand this anymore. Stop the world. I want to get off. I don't get it. Show makes my brain hurt. We're only at ARW.
How can you not root for Josh? You know, I mean, you got.
I mean, I was rooting for Josh to, because I get it. When your best friend steps out of line, sometimes you got to kick his ass. Like it's very simple. But it's just it was a tough mountain to climb for him, and I think he sounds like he did quite well. I saw some videos.
Yeah, he attempted a second rope 450 splash. Missed, but I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, he was at least went and tried it. There you go. Oh, sweet Jesus. But yeah, the package pile driver, come on, it's forbidden for a reason. Creed, you're better than that.
Who says forbidden?
I mean, wrestling really doesn't like pile drivers. It's a forbidden move in most companies around the world.
Tell that to Joey Avalon. He's been doing it in every one of his matches.
I've seen Scott Spade pile drive many people at SCW.
Yeah, and what happened to them? They were out for a while.
But Scott Spade's held titles in SCW. Maybe you should start pile driving some more people.
I guess that's the secret sauce.
That's what I do. Start dropping people on their fucking head. Maybe you'll be champion. I don't know. Work for Spade. Work for Avalon. I mean, I'm just saying.
It changed Eric Schultz because remember he was pile driven by Scott Spade, and what happened after that?
Yeah, now spies are out and about. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's also a champion. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. There's some point. There's some points here. Maybe I'm doing this wrong.
Listen, it's opinions, not facts. I'm just saying. So
everything's an opinion around here.
Everything's just an opinion. Yeah. Yep. From power drivers to Creed's fiance.
So that was ARW Back to the Legion, and I believe on June 13th they are back again in the Legion.
No, Friday the 13th. They are back there but it's called the final chapter, and I'm not quite sure what that means.
The final chapter.
Be the last time in the Legion?
Is it the final ARW?
That's the other question I was wondering. Are they taking a break? This is very up in the air right now, what the final chapter is.
Final chapter in the book?
I mean...
No, I think they got stuff lined up. I think maybe this is just there's gonna be some changes.
Maybe. Yeah. I think it needs to be.
Maybe they'll book me finally.
I mean, why not?
I think they should. I think they should book both of us, but can't tell them that, I guess. Or can we?
I don't know. I've been telling people to book people for a long time now.
And how often do they listen?
Every
now and then.
You listened.
Facts.
I was actually kind of realizing something now, and I probably should have paid attention more. How long has it been since they started just doing ARW on flyers and not ARWPRO?
Oh.
I don't know.
I just realized that when I was kind of like looking at it. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to have to go back and look. At least May, April. Maybe this year. I don't know. I would have to go back and look. But I just kind of realized that. And I was like, wow, they just been having ARW on their match cards instead of ARWPRO. So
that's interesting. Did not know that. Okay.
They're no longer pro.
They're no longer the pro.
Yeah. Oh my God, I guess it has been a minute. Wow, dang. Okay. Anyways, okay, cool. So June 13th is the next ARW show. So where do you want to go from here, Nubby?
We can go into Frontline.
Yeah, let's do Frontline. We get that up.
There's a lot of changes in that show. Talk about closing a chapter. Frontline Pro had Honor Bound. Now, I'm just going to say it as I put it because I think this is the most important part of how things went down. Sam Eli became the new battle champion.
Awesome.
Super well.
Well deserved. Fucking well deserved, yeah.
Now, it wasn't originally promoted this way when we talked about it, but Thunder and Lightning ended up getting a title shot for the tag team championships, and they won and are the new tag team champions.
Okay. I mean, congratulations to them. That's Latin in his partner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually different topic. I actually spoke to him this weekend, probably I think right before that show, because that was Saturday night, right? Yeah, I was able to speak to him this weekend because it was 1 year since, unfortunately, the passing of my brother, and the news that I had gotten a mere hours before me and him were supposed to step in the ring. And I just once again thanked him for the opportunity and trusting me and getting me through a tough situation. So, shout out to him and congratulations to him and his tag team partner. Very well-deserved wrestler, very professional. And honestly, he cut some of the most interesting promos I've ever seen. And they're always like a cinema. And he puts everyone to shame. I don't know if he went to school for it or whatever, but he's very creative. So love to see that for someone of his stature.
Indeed.
Not quite sure how accurate this was, but 2018. How long has been since ARW had ARWPRO under fire? So
really, you went back.
I had to know because I'm like, because I mean, obviously their Facebook says ARWPRO. I see logos of ARWPRO, but when you look at their flyers, it says ARW. So yeah, so I was like, okay, well, look at that one. Good on them. It could be a Mandela effect. I don't know, but
who knows?
Anyways, mystery solved.
Rory Shield became the first ever Liberty champion of Frontline Pro.
Should have been Angel.
Yeah. Maybe sometime down the line.
All right, we got to do this right now. Angel or Mrs. Creed? You have to pick one.
For what?
That you're.
Oh, listen, I don't look at Angel like that. Angel is a best friend of mine. I respect her as in-ring talent. I don't think of her that way whatsoever. So,
really, because I have listened to past shows, you do realize that, right?
I never once have I ever referred to her in that way. Absolutely not.
It just seems like it. I don't know. So that's
not one bit. No.
Okay.
No.
I'll let it go.
The women in the wrestling business, even Sierra, huge fan of Sierra, never once.
Oh yeah, Sierra.
No, never in that way whatsoever. No, not one bit. No, because I respect Angel, and I respect Aaron Xavier, and I would never sexualize a woman in this wrestling business. Now, Creed's fiance, 100%. Any hot woman from the LIM who friend zoned the LIM, 100%. I would never do that to Angel, Sierra, or anyone in the wrestling business because I respect them, I respect their husbands, and I don't want to get beat up.
Logical. Okay. I'll let it go.
Yeah.
I'll let it go.
Yeah. So to answer your question, of course, Creed, fucking fiance, 100%.
Let me get back there and answer that question now.
Yeah, 100%. Angel though should have been in the conversation for that title opportunity though. So.
Interesting. Okay.
I would not take away though. Congratulations on the inaugural women's champion, well deserved. But come on now. It's interesting though that they do have an all women's wrestling show coming up in August, and they didn't wait.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. You would think they do like a tournament leading up, and that like be like the major big event, and they're finally going to crown the champ. It seems like a wasted opportunity, but
to me, it's just like you think that would be like the main event for that show. It would be crowning the first ever, but again, I don't know the logic behind Frontline Pro and why it got moved up. My only logic is that people wanted to see a women's champion, and they gave the fans what they wanted.
Yeah,
so that could be my only thought on that.
It's fair. It's a fair thought.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is that tag team champ? Is that Kid Lat?
Where the hell have you been?
I don't know why that didn't connect with me. What is their team name?
Thunder and Lightning.
Okay.
And this is why I went into the whole Kid Lat thing. I even asked.
You threw me
What
off.
were you?
You threw me off when you were asking me if I'd bang Angel and shit. I'm just like, dude, like, come on now.
No, I asked you. You pick one for.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, what were you implying? Let's go with that. What were you implying when you told me to choose between Angel and Creed's fiance? Go ahead.
Who are your eyes going to be more geared towards at that point?
That's a line, you know it. That's a lie. That's a line, you know it. You knew what you meant.
No,
you knew
I
what you
didn't.
meant.
No,
You knew what you meant. And guess what? And when Angel listens to this and everything, she's gonna message you and tell you to fuck yourself. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Okay.
Shame on you. I can't wait till one day when Aaron Xavier shows up at IWF and fucking rat slays you for the disrespect you have shown his wife. And then she's going to show up and just fuck your world up.
I mean, no, I think she has more of a chance of beating me than Aaron Xavier does.
Oh, they'll both beat you up.
It's going to probably take.
Right.
It's going to shoot real quick.
No, I don't know why, but for some reason in my mind, their tag team name and them did not.
Yeah, it didn't register.
It did not register in my head.
Because it's like he is like got lightning all over his stuff. I get it. The other one looks like a thundercloud, so I get it. But you're not thinking it because he's Kid Lat.
Yeah, it wasn't registering. I don't know why, but I mean, good on them. A lot. I mean, anyways, then we go ahead. Yeah, you're good. I did. I forget. I didn't register in my head. Did not. I don't know why. It just did not.
Oh, that's.
They probably just need a fucking better name. And why is the one kid wearing a superhero mask?
He's Thunder. He's the
what the is that fucking furry? What the fuck is wrong with that?
He's a thundercloud. That's what I think he is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was a thundercloud. Yeah. I don't
know. Go ahead, Nubby.
Let's move on.
All right.
I shouldn't podcast on vacation. This is
definitely different when you're like relaxed and like not.
Yeah, there's just too much going on. Yeah. There's gonna be a moment where I'm gonna say something. I know it. I can feel it. It's coming. I'm gonna say something.
I mean, we're on that pathway. Eventually, it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's happening. Something's gonna happen. That's gonna trigger. We'll be fine. Go ahead, Nubby. We're good. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're fine.
Don't reveal anything crazy.
We have a new Bakerville champion.
Oh God,
and it's Shaq Jordan.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're right. This guy does have some prestige everywhere. I mean, I already knew who he was, but yeah, I have heard amazing things.
I wonder how bitter Steve was to have to announce that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, isn't Steve the GM up there or something? What is he?
Nah, he's just a commentator.
Oh, okay.
No, see, Frontline wants to succeed, so
that makes sense. Yeah. So why would you make him the GM?
Exactly right. Right. For those of you listening, that ain't it. It'll be something worse later. Give it time.
We're just getting started.
Yeah. It's just a slow progression.
Oh, we still got IPW to go through, and I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot to say.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you sent a clip that I couldn't understand what Rion was saying, so you're gonna have to clarify some shit. I did see Santino and his fucking cran-eating, mouth open, what the fuck's going on attitude, fucking coming out and shit. So you're gonna have to explain that one.
I will. I had to listen like a couple times to understand what was said. And
I couldn't hear. I just know he had a piece of paper from the locker room and something about the walls we're talking. I don't know if I had the same, not the one I told to fuck itself, a different one.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a wall itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now the only title that didn't change was the Intrepid title, as Corey McHenry retained it in a triple threat.
Tough thing to do. Nice. Okay.
Corey McHenry is collecting titles. That's all I'm saying.
Few people on the circuits right now that are collecting titles.
Yep.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Warhorse is the new Frontline Pro heavyweight champion, which he earned a few months ago, and he waited, and he conquered. Talk about a new era in Frontline Pro.
If I have to.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Then we have, I think there was maybe another match. I'm not sure if it took place or not. I don't have a result for that.
No.
According to Steve, some changes were made a lot throughout the show. So, but we did have the main event, and if I am correct, according to a clip that I saw, this was an elimination match. So
Better been.
you might
Jesus, brought it up one time on a show, and now everyone's doing them.
They should.
I know, but I'm saying, like, we brought it up one time.
Listen, man, Evolution's happening again this year. All women's pay-per-view. I'm not saying I did it, but come on now.
Let's go.
we had Team Ben taking on the Rapture.
Now, who's the mystery partner?
The mystery partner was none other than Gavin McCoy, Ben's son.
Oh,
Sounds like the plot for I Know What You Did Last Summer. 2.
is that something to brag about? Like, I mean, you couldn't get anyone else?
Apparently, this was a family affair.
No, it wasn't. I mean, fucking Sierra and Avalon. I mean, what are they, cousins?
Wisconsin.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, wait. I think fucking the fourth man came down to family. Why? Because fucking, I mean, what? He just looks at Avalon, Sierra, like, let's see you guys as family. Like, what Vin Diesel fucking Fast and Furious bullshit is that? You pick the fucking dude who looks like he weighs as much as a toilet paper fucking holder to come out and fight a group called the Rapture with Ken Anderson. I mean, nothing against McCoy's kid, but he's a tiny guy. He's a tiny fucking guy. He's just like, what the fuck is it? Fucking, come on now, man. Look at him. He's hugging his dad like he doesn't want to fucking hug his dad. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Let me get my shit in. Like fucking Bill at RPW. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, high five.
Yeah. Let me be serious. I gotta go defend my sister in this fucking fatal 4-man elimination tag team match. Before I do, let me slap a bunch of fucking people's hands and shit, get my shit in, because it's all about family with Avalon and Sierra fucking there.
It's almost like that could have probably been a better outcome in the end.
It could have been anybody else. You gotta fucking put Kid Lat back out there. Would have been fucking fine. Steve could have fucking hobbled his goofy ass from the commentator table, get over there and fall on somebody. That would have been fucking better.
How old's the kid?
I say 20s.
Look at this video, pre-pubescent. I think that kid still got fucking braces. He still has the Bieber haircut, the pre-Bieber, the fucking early Bieber.
Oh,
fucking YouTube playing fucking drum set Bieber haircut.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God, what are we waiting for? Who's coming out? Who's coming out? Who is it? Oh my God, it's a. Okay.
Yeah. It's a yeah.
Yeah. It's like a fucking this kid looks like he's like a backup for like, or he's like if like an indie company wanted to remake like High School Musical, this is like the guy who would like replace Zac Efron's character in a lower budget version of that. Slap fucking this fucking nerd. This is, I mean, good on them. Yeah, family. Oh yeah, there's Avalon and Sierra. You know, fucking family. That's cool. Anyways, okay. So hey, how'd the match go?
Well, the match went in favor of Ben.
It did. I assume when Aaron's like, well, tonight didn't go like I planned. So, but yeah.
So is this the end of the Rapture? I think this was Ben's last match for a while, as he did go live on Facebook that day to talk about it for the show. We got new champions. Sounds like a new era in Frontline Pro going forward.
How many of Frontline Pro's champions are wrestling guys?
Ooh.
You know what? At least 3.
At least 3 of them, right?
Shaq Jordan, I believe, is Wrestle League. Thunder and Lightning are definitely. Sam Eli came from CSW.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I'm not sure where Corey McHenry comes in. I want to say he's Wrestle League, but I'm not sure.
Man. You know what though? Young talent. That's the biggest thing. You know, you got young talent who's holding gold in Frontline, except for the biggest one, which I mean, Warhorse isn't a bad champion to kind of like lead a locker room. So
yeah. So we'll see what happens. That was Honor Bound. Where do we go from here?
I mean, I don't know what we got. Hold on, let me get back over here real quick. Let's look at our list here. All right, so we did ARW. Obviously, we did Frontline Pro. Destination 6, I don't have any information on what happened over there. I believe you said that you got word that Brittany K is their new women's champion.
I believe.
So we're going to go on that as being truth. We do know that Gavin Parker won the Fatal 5-Way to face Christian Rose in the main event that same night. Heard he held his own and did a great job. As far as anything else, I'm not too familiar with what's going on, but we do know that the next D6 show is going to be July 19th, War of Independence. So keep an eye out for that up and coming. So POWW Entertainment had their show over the weekend. The only information I know from that is that AC Hamilton won one of the available keys to the kingdom in the Battle Royal. So he has one. So there is still one available. Their next show is going to be coming up on June 7th. That's next Saturday. And Shauna Reed will be there. She'll be taking on Layla Hall. More information to come next Monday. And Squared Circle Megastars was also this past weekend. I got no information from what happened at that show, but we do know that their next show is going to be August 23rd.
I do think James Creed did lose his match. So that's
all that
something to
matters.
report on.
As long as we have that, that's what's important. Creed lost. So we'll cover Megastars in August when that comes back around. So let's look at I don't know. You said Freelance, we don't have anything.
Right.
We didn't get any information from Freelance. Guess that kind of just leaves IPW then.
Yeah, for results, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to run through the match card stuff first, and we'll just main event IPW? Or
Yeah, I'm thinking we should main event IPW.
yeah, let's do that because I'm sure there'll be more IPW discussions. But yeah, let's talk about IWA Productions.
Sure. IWA Productions presents Schools Out Saturday, May 31st. It is 521 Perkins Avenue in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time is 7 p.m. Front row is $12, and general admission is $7. Now, if you want those tickets in advance, go to the ringside buffet, which is 5 feet away from the arena itself. Great food. Patty and John are awesome. Their children as well. Great food. Go there. Go there anytime. Make a trip out of it.
Is the buffet open even Like, are they got regular hours? It's not just during the wrestling shows.
Yeah, they got regular hours. They do
Oh,
carry out delivery.
Yes.
They probably wouldn't deliver to you, but
No, probably not. No. I mean, it'd be awesome. It'd be a pretty hefty tip.
yeah, and probably be
just about.
cold. Be cold by the time you get there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Buffets are good. Very few buffets exist nowadays.
Yeah, you got Golden Corral, and then you got these Japanese, Chinese ones. Very rare these days now.
Love Chinese buffets.
Ooh, well, we got the Pizza Ranch. Proud sponsor of Rocket Pro Wrestling and Pizza.
That's right. Oh shit, yeah. You know, I'm gonna say that for my freaking thinking at the end. Go ahead. Sorry. IWA though. We're on IWA.
Right. Good, because we got some matches. Brujo Shaman will be taking on Savage. The Boys with a Z will be taking on the Great Heathen Army. Then we got Chris Cutler taking on Ricky Cruz. And then for the heavyweight title, we have Playboy Double H, who is the heavyweight champion, taking on Slammer. And that is the announced matches for IWA Productions Schools Out, which again is this Saturday, May 31st, 521 Perkins Avenue in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m., bell time 7 p.m. Front rows $12, general admission $7. Get your advance tickets at the ringside buffet. Tell them Turtle says hello. Yeah, you're muted.
Shut up. Since I did it for the other ones, I'll do it for this one real quick too before we dive into Ultimate. The next freelance show is going to be June 27th. So we'll talk about that here in a couple weeks. But since we did for the other ones, I might as well mention it here on this one as well. So
Cool.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ultimate Combat Gauntlet. Wow,
All right. All right. Ultimate Combat Gauntlet is this Friday, May 30th at Magoo's, 6550 South Maynard Avenue in Bedford Park, Illinois. Doors is 6 p.m., bell time 7 p.m. Now, I'm just going to say this out loud. I don't know what they're doing over there when it comes to promoting, but they've only promoted on their Instagram. And it does not show, or you can't see it on the flyers on what the tickets are. But I will assume that they are $20 general admission and $10 for kids.
Yeah, you got to have a talk with them over there.
I mean, you have a Facebook page. You were using it constantly. Now it's like you have a flyer out there and you have like a, longitude, latitude code there or something.
I was gonna use that to promote it because I just glimpsed that quickly. I was like, hey, at least it gives the address. But I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. I wanted to search them, I'm afraid to, but yeah, and I get it. You know, a lot of people are using Instagram more than anything nowadays and stuff like that. But you still gotta put out an actual. For me, it's a show poster. You really gotta put those out. I mean, it's cool that if you go over to their Instagram page, you got their match cards and everything, which is great, but you need an advertised poster and stuff too. So,
and it's not like you can steal the pictures from Instagram. So,
yeah,
and you can't click on it to zoom in, and so come on, do better.
No, because then you just accidentally double like them and shit, and then people are like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, they think we're stalking them or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. We do have some matches to announce. Rockin' Rivera will be taking on Brad Kevins. By the Book will be taking on Joey Pearson and JC Heights in a tag team match. Adam Stallion will be taking on Half Crab Hans Carden. In another tag team match, we have Jax Johnson and Prince taking on Killa Lee and King Trell with Big Business Levi in their corner. And then for the heavyweight title, we have a triple threat match, as it will be Kenny Sutra, the champion, taking on Chris Miller and Doom Montgomery. And how this matchup came about last show during, I want to say, a last man standing match between Chris Miller and Doom Montgomery. Kenny Sutra took them both out. So whoever was in charge decided, well, since you want to fuck up this match, you get both of them.
So he's saying they fucking around and found out?
Oh, they fucked around and they found out. Dickhead. That's what you get. You don't just become a champion and not defend your title.
No, you get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're Steve Michaels, then you don't have to defend your title.
That's right. Yeah, you go to Hawaii or whatever goofy shit they do.
Yeah. You get a vacation after having a match the month before, you know. Because God forbid you defend your title every month.
Weird concept, huh? I mean, I was always under the belief of I thought all companies were the same. Was like, oh, you need to defend it every 30 days.
Yeah.
I thought that was what was the norm in independent wrestling, but what the hell do I know?
Yeah. I mean, you have your GM who kisses your butt, so it's fine.
That's right. That's right. Oh, look, he's not here to defend himself. Kiss ass.
Yeah. Fuck you, Damian Saint.
Fuck you, Dale. Fuck you.
But yeah, that's Ultimate Combat Gauntlet this Friday, May 30th, 6550 South Maynard Avenue in Bedford Park, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time 7 p.m. General admission tickets are probably $20 and kids are 10. Voila.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. Let's go to IWA because there is something I did kind of I forget. Let's do IWA because I do want to cover them and figure out what happened out there.
You mean IPW?
IPW. I do want to talk about what's going on out there, and then hopefully by that time, Pex comes back. I can ask him a quick question on what he knows, and now I'll roll right into my freaking thinking. But IPW from this past weekend.
All right. So IPW did happen this past Sunday. We had a pre-show Ask Rion Anything.
Yeah, because the last one went so well.
Yeah, well, this one went just as well. And now you're probably wondering about what was the question. What were the questions, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to know. I'm hoping one of them was from Santino being like, "Am I gonna wrestle McDermott tonight?"
I'm sure that was. I was trying to listen, but at the same time, I was, getting ready, trying to get my shit in, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the questions that, and I showed in a video, I showed you, you're probably wondering, what was asked by the locker room?
Yes, there were two videos you sent. One was, I'm assuming Rion was attempting to spin a Rooney.
Yes.
And the other one was, there was a piece of paper. It came from the locker room. It looked like it was directed towards Santino, but I could not hear what it was.
So it was directed towards Santino. Okay. Now we know the ongoing joke about his aunt.
Oh, yeah. I thought just being him is the ongoing joke, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the ongoing joke.
Oh, he's a fucking joke.
But the question from the locker room was, is Santino's mom hot?
His mom?
Yes.
Santino have a mother?
I mean, are you asking if she's like, does she have a mother now or ever? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't just magically come to be.
I assume she just bailed on him or some shit. Like fucking Santino is such a fucking loser. Like his mother would demand a paternity test.
Go to class, Bueller.
I'm just saying. Nothing against Santino. I'm sure he's a lovely guy in his own right. But
Wait, whoa! You can't just say that.
I'm sure he's a
Nothing against Santino.
I don't need him to fucking go on to fucking. I don't need him to go on to fucking Facebook. Wait, what did I say? I said he's a lovely guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No. You
what?
started with more stuff before that.
Oh, that his mom probably fucking abandoned him and would want a paternity test.
Called him
shit.
a fucking loser, and then.
Oh yeah, well he is, but no, that's fine.
A lovely person.
No, here's the thing. I'm sure to me he's a fucking loser. To the world, I'm sure he's lovely. The thing is, though, I don't need him going on to fucking Facebook and demanding Rocket Pro Wrestling to put me and him in a fucking match, or for God forbid, ask SCW to fucking do it because Flat Top's stupid ass will probably be like, I kind of want to see that, you know. It's like no, I just listen. Do I like Santino? No. To me, him, Chet. No, they could just fucking, take a long walk off a short pier, maybe go scuba diving into a fucking puddle, do IRL Frogger. I don't care what the fuck they do. Or better yet, do what they're supposed to do and just sit there and shut the fuck up. That'd be even better.
Chet, final thought today. So,
Chet's your final thought today?
That's part of my final thought.
Chet is everybody's afterthought.
I think I know what you're doing with that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anyways. Nubby, what was the question to Santino?
Yes.
If his mother was hot.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
was
what
that on the paper though, or was that
it was on paper by the locker room, and when the wall was mentioned,
Jesus Christ.
It was the wall that was separating the backstage area from
So basically gorilla. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much gorilla. Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was answered officially. I think Rian was trying to move on because he didn't have time to deal with Santino. And I will explain why he didn't have time. I mean, it came about.
Wasn't this the show too that he challenged Nick Diamond to a match that Travis thought was going to happen?
Yeah, that it was about that, and he was not having it that at all. And
Rian wasn't having it.
He wasn't having it.
Like, you're telling me Rian was in a bad mood on an IPW show day.
Sure.
You seem shocked.
I'll tell you what happened. Okay, when Nick Diamond came out. So.
My God, he actually came out during this.
Not during this part, but once we get there.
Okay, keep going.
So. During the shenanigans of asking Rian anything, it was interrupted by J.R. Lindsay, who happened to be followed by Brittany K trying to stop him from being him.
Okay. Does he usually lash out, I'm guessing, or just beat up people?
He bitches, he lashes out, he wastes everyone's time.
Got it.
Puts people to sleep. All the above.
Okay.
So he was bitching about not being part of the medallion tournament and how he's the king and should be blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah. Okay.
Yeah. It was then the league champion, Miles Mercer, steps in and told JR and Brittany K that they were not even scheduled to be there. So he told them to leave.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
And does he have like stake in this, or just because he's champ?
So in the old days of IPW, the league champion more or less, I wouldn't say can make matches, but has authority, I guess, and can push his weight around.
He got stroke.
He's a little stroke. I mean, he's got stroke.
He's also a stroke, but yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And there was some jaw jacking.
Listen, I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but
you're gonna follow that up every time you insult somebody on the show. It's like Ricky Bobby. It's like, with all due respect.
New t-shirt on TeePublic. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Like, fuck that idiot on the back. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
So there was a lot of jaw jacking between them, and Rion, who is the informational liaison, he's I guess he's still the enforcer too,
Yeah.
and he can make matches accordingly. So he made an impromptu tag match, which would feature J.R. Lindsay and Brittany Kay against Miles Mercer and a mystery partner. Now, if Brittany and JR win, they get a future league title shot.
They both get a title shot at the league championship?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. That's the IPW way. And you'll find out that it's true a little bit. So after all that was done, Rion, went into greeting the fans, welcoming them to the show, explaining how the medallion is working, and and explain the showcase match that we will get into shortly.
Yeah.
Miles interrupts Rion again and gave his state of the IPW address, if you will, and talked, pretty much said he wants things to go back the old IPW way, which, it kind of been showing a little bit here and there. But to be interrupted by Jay Thunder, who said he wants his rematch.
Well deserved.
Well, yes, I believe he deserves his rematch,
Yeah.
but he is not getting his rematch, at least not yet. And, there were some words exchanged, but eventually Jay was escorted to the back by Rion himself. Now, Miles was still out there. And there was a reason why he was still out there. Because we had the champion showcase to start out the show.
Oh, that's your match there, Nubsters.
It is. Now.
Your handicap match, right?
Yes.
Jackasses. God, what
Yeah.
a bunch of monsters.
Yeah. Oh, I yelled out, who booked this shit?
I would too.
So the winners of the match would get a league title shot in July, and the losers would defend their titles in July. Now, it's too bad Apex walked away, but so we had mentioned Rion not having it with this whole Santino and Nick thing.
Yeah.
So Team PPJ, me, Sean, Dizzle, we were out there. We went out there first. Out comes the program, Nick and Kindle Fire. And right away, Rion has to run back out, and just get in between. Because he was not having it. I mean, you saw Santino's face. He was ready to punch Nick. But I kind of saved the day, because I went over there and I pointed at Santino like a child, and I said, sit your ass down. This is not happening. He listened to me. He tends to listen to me for some reason.
Well, it's right because you're nice to him.
Probably.
You're his friend.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
nah, he thinks you're his friend.
Well, I'm just nice. I'm nicer to people than most.
Because you're an LIM member, and he wants to be an LIM member regardless of what he says.
Well, I also know not to bully people too. So
that's true. Good for you. That's why you're the hero, man.
I am. I'm just a faction slayer. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. And because the White Girl Wasted only has one person in it, it's not technically a faction.
True. So I can't slay that faction. So he's lucky. So program was out there. Then Marcelo Spade came out and Corey McHenry. Now we're ready for this match. In the end, PB and J win.
There you go.
So we get a league title shot in July.
All of you.
All of us.
Oh, so Your title shot is in July. The Lindsay K one, that's just for a future opportunity, not also in July.
Right, but we'll
Okay.
get to that. We'll definitely get to that.
Can't wait for this 8-man elimination.
This wasn't even elimination.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about July's league championship when there's like 6 to 8 people in this one match for this title.
Oh no, it's just there's 4 of us.
I hope so.
It's PB and J
And
Miles in a 4-way, fatal 4-way for the league title.
Gotcha. But again, dude, it's IPW. Somebody could be added.
I don't think they will, just because of this next thing that's going to be mentioned.
Okay.
So Miles gets in the ring and congratulates all 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Shakes our hands, but saves me for last. Shakes my hand, and he looked at my shirt and mentioned the Faction Slayer. I'm pretty sure you're picking up what I'm putting down here, because it dawned on me when he said it.
Well, I know we recently spoke about the whole power of faction slaying and how maybe it's not so much a controlled thing; it just attacks who it wants to attack. I mean, there could be a possibility of is PB and J immune to the faction slaying powers?
I don't know. I don't know how the power works.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I just know that there's one title and there's 3 of us.
Yep. Yeah. And not only that, it's the title.
Yeah.
Like you could wear that thing as a shell. It's fucking huge. You could have a shell for your shell.
That's shell shocking.
Shell shocking. Or maybe he saw your shirt and was fearing for ARC. Well, I don't know how to do it.
You gotta like put one behind.
Is it all like that? Or,
put one thumb behind the other.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Because if you put them together, it's a diamond.
Yeah.
The only one that did it perfect that way was John Hudson. I don't know how he did it.
Gotcha. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not cool enough. I don't know.
But yeah, again, that's taking place in July. Fatal 4-way for the league title. I gotta do what I gotta do, I guess.
Well, when was the last time you had an opportunity for the league championship?
Never.
Right? ARWPRO had to bring their champion over to give you an opportunity for their gold.
Yeah. Didn't win, but it's fine.
But you know what? You fought your butt off.
I did.
Yeah.
I did better than JR Lindsay, that's for sure.
And that's all that matters.
All right. We had medallion qualifying matches, and they consisted of triple threats. And each one had a special referee. And they were champions of other companies.
Ooh, like Wrestle League's champion, C3's champion.
That's right.
ARWPRO's champion.
Well, yes. And there was another champion there. What? I'll get to that. So, the first qualifier we had, referee D'Angelo Steele, the C3 champion. And in this match, it was Josian Dre Marquise defeating Classic Alpha and Damian Gray.
Wow.
Yeah, you completely missed it. The Apex.
Yeah, you missed everything, bro.
Yeah. I got like 3 more minutes and I can actually close up the door. So
yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You really just kind of just sat here the whole time anyway. So,
I mean, I've been enjoying this. I'm learning so much tonight.
but it's kind of cool to listen to a show when it's not talked about you all the way through because you
All
don't
the way
do
through,
that.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
get to chime in every now and then too, so it kind of like helps out. Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
it.
you can still do that when you listen to the show. You just talk to the recording.
I guess I might as well. I mean, my wife.
Could have Miko fucking send in a comment like, "Hey, a timestamp, 2 hours and 18 minutes. I noticed this. Here's my 2 cents about it." And
Oh, okay. I'll note that for next time.
Go ahead, Nubby.
In another medallion qualifier, we had referee Humek, Wrestle League champion. He repped Stampede Larkin, defeating Lamar Shaker and Jay Thunder.
So not the good Larkin.
No, not lovely Larkin. This was a Stampede Larkin.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as fun.
No.
But
Probably less
less-
catch up too.
Yeah, less catch up and less psychotic,
Yeah.
but not as hot.
You said it, not me. I'm more focused on their in-ring ability.
Oh, definitely ring ability.
100%. Yeah, that's what's hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on fire.
it's on
Fuego.
fire.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, they got the hot moves.
that's right. That's what I
That's
meant.
That's right. Listen. We're all just OnlyFans. That's all it is.
No. I'm not. No.
What?
Nope.
What happened?
Nope. Not doing it. You don't get that one. You don't get that one.
Listen. I'm nothing if not just only a fan of what they do in the business. That's it.
There you go. That's a little better.
That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it sounds different.
Yep.
Say it the other way.
I'm just
So-
saying. Once a fan, only a fan. I'm just saying. Just fans and fans only. Just that's it.
When you say it like that, it's fine.
Only-
When you say the other thing, it sounds like you're a deviant.
We're all only fans. That's it.
No,
That's all it is. This we appreciate
Fans
what they
only.
do.
Makes sense.
It doesn't matter if they're claiming the victory on top or if they're on their back looking up at the lights. It does not matter. It's just we're all just fans. We're all
That's
just-
fine. You're saying it right.
We're all just only fans. That's it.
Stop it.
That's it.
You deviant, sick
That's it. On a monthly basis.
kind of month.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate you.
Go ahead, Nubby.
So we had
Larkin won.
Larkin, Stampede
Yeah.
Larkin.
Stampede Larkin won.
So he advances into the medallion tournament.
Perfect.
Now, Apex, I should probably catch you up. Do you
Yeah,
know what
well-
the medallion does?
I saw a movie once about a medallion, and I think they got like martial arts powers and stuff with it, and needed more invincibility. But what does this one do?
Well, there are powers.
Well,
There are some powers to this medallion.
All right, what
awesome
does it do?
powers.
It's kind of like Money in the Bank, but there's two
Everyone
medallions.
Dick. Okay, which would you have to have both to claim the title or to go after the title?
So here is the thing. You
Okay.
can use one medallion to cash in.
Okay.
And if you win, you obviously become the champion.
That makes-
However, the only way you can cash in the second medallion is if you win that first title. So
okay, so you get both medallions. You can
Mhm.
use the medallion to cash it in for a title shot. If
Yep.
you don't win, you lose the second medallion.
Yep.
What would the second medallion do if you won the title?
Another title opportunity.
another title.
So you
Opportunity.
out, and there's like any time in a year. So that what you're saying is like if he lost the title, he could immediately cash in the medallion again and get an
Yeah.
instant rematch that same night type thing.
Yeah, as long as he wins the first title.
Somebody did that on Kid Lat last year.
Actually,
Yeah.
that actually might be one of the best Money in the Bank type match pitches I've heard in a while. If not ever. That's genius.
But you have to win that first match.
Okay. Yeah. All right then.
So yeah. There you go.
I gotta go win some hands.
Little lesson taught there.
Yeah,
Life
We gotta get you to IPW once.
yeah, you should wrestle at IPW.
That sounds fun.
You would have fun.
You don't need to be medically clear. Just go do it.
The object of the medically cleared is to make sure that if something negative happens again, most likely there's a higher chance that I don't get the need for surgery again.
You'll be fine.
That's why. Plus, I kind of got to get back in the ring a little bit to start working the rust off.
Listen, you're a tough cookie. You'll be okay.
I'm just gonna start punching and kicking everybody.
Yeah,
that's what I do anyway, right?
You're fine. This one is just fucking start slapping them and shit.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, subscribe, whatever.
All right, I'm gonna lock the store real fast. I can hear you guys though.
Okay.
Well, speaking of slapping stuff.
Oh no, Apex is walking away. How would we ever have our fucking live studio audience?
Our only fan.
He's only a fan. That's it. Just a fan and only fan.
We had that impromptu tag team match. It was Brittany Kay and Jared Lindsay taking on Miles Mercer and a mystery partner.
It's gotta be RVP, right?
No.
ARCS? No. Who could it be then?
Well, were other champions, if you will, in the building.
Ooh, was it the other Rocket Pro champion?
It was.
Was it another Rocket Pro champion?
Yes.
Kidlat.
Well, no, it was the Rocket Pro champion, I should say.
Steve Michaels?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Brittany Kay stepped up to him.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Was Brittany Kay carrying around the women's championship that she won from her tag team partner that day?
No.
Yeah. Oh man, she should have. Just walking around like, hey, remember when hey boyfriend, remember when you were the champion?
Yeah.
Now I'm the champion. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you need a tag team partner, why not go with
Yeah, the big man.
Barrow, yeah. So okay. And I had no doubt that Brittany Kay was gonna step up. I mean, it's Brittany Kay, so
yeah. Brittany steps up. JR Lindsay kind of just meh.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure we know who wears the pants in that relationship. So.
Oh, we knew that from the first time they wrestled each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who steals a dog?
JR Lindsay and the deranged woman from Wizard of Oz.
You guys been following that dog that Charlie on Instagram? Apparently he finally lost his alpha ship at the shelter yesterday or 2 days ago. I followed this freaking story. I never cared about a dog that wasn't mine so much in my life. About some dog that literally made every other dog at a shelter bow to him, and I guess he got challenged for the alpha hood. And
that quiet one?
The one that never had to bark and just made everybody submit. Yeah, it was freaking great. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, unfortunately, he lost to the dog called Rocky this weekend. And now Charlie is no longer the king.
Oh, you can't be king all the time.
I don't think you want to be, because usually that means everyone's gunning for you.
Well, it also means that people watch you shit. It's just like, come on now.
Wait,
you have a dog? You have a dog?
I had a dog. I miss my dog.
Yeah. Well, when you had your dog, did it sit at the door while you were doing your business?
Yeah, I did hear little paw prints.
Yeah.
And then eventually you replace those with little humans. And then you hear the handle chickle repetitively because you lock the door.
That's their native response. When the leader of the pack is doing their business or when they're at the most vulnerable.
Yeah,
those dogs will. Yeah. For the longest time, like Cooper, my dog, he he'd lay on my bed, but he'd lay on my bed like facing the doorway to the bedroom. Now he's downstairs laying on the couch next to the front door and stuff. Yeah, because the leader is sleeping. He's at his most vulnerable.
That's exactly. I think I read that
yeah.
lions too, and like lionesses and stuff.
That
was cool.
It's pack animals. Yeah. While I'm in the shower, he's just laying there. He's just sitting there waiting. Just as soon as I'm done, then he's roaming the house, wanting to go outside and all that stuff. But for that moment, when I'm at my least alertness, all dogs do that. Yeah, not cats though. They don't give a shit. They're just waiting for you to die to eat you. Yeah.
Dogs basically evolutionary changed to like work with us. Cats just got smaller and still hate us. So.
Oh yeah. That's why people in hell don't like cats. Like, look, you've seen the Mummy. Facts.
Yeah. Cats are the guardians of the underworld.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, speaking of shit,
There we go.
J.R. Lindsay.
Yeah.
Enough said.
God,
Now the winner would if Brittany and JR won, they would receive a future league title shot. Okay. However, that did not happen. Miles and Steve Michaels did pick up the victory.
So J.R. Lindsay cost them their opportunity.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure that was the right call there. Yeah. Miles was super excited that he got on the back of Steve Michaels and celebrated.
I mean, that's a big human being, I guess. So,
yeah.
Like, super excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then we had a singles exhibition. Cody Breeze taking on Angus McDuff. Now we have another special referee for this match, and it was a champion, but not one you expect.
From Rocket Pro?
No. Well, he is from Rocket Pro, but he's not a champion at Rocket Pro.
But he's a champion somewhere else?
Yes.
Or is he a champion elsewhere? Where at?
CSW.
Marche Rocket.
Yes.
Well,
we had the CSW champion, the referee.
Did you have the CSW championship there?
He did not.
Ah, man, could you imagine? Dude, if you ever get, and he should have too, because at any point, I don't know if Pac-Man or any LM that were there or anything, I wish I made it, because if he was there, I would have taken the opportunity to get a picture with the CSW, RPW, C3, Wrestle League, and IPW heavyweight champion all in one picture. That would have been cool.
There was one LIM member there in the crowd anyway.
Did they get a photo with him?
They didn't get a photo. They didn't really do anything.
Oh, so
it was Double J.
Double J went by himself?
Yep.
Why? Because Pac-Man was supposed to go with, but his fucking car ran out of washer fluid or some shit?
Probably.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Man, God, I should have asked her that too. I should have been like, hey, man, like, is there any way I should? Yeah, if I was there, I probably would try to ask her, like, hey, Rihanna, I know you're a liaison and shit, but can you get all the major champions to get a photo with me for JFW? I'm sure Rihanna would have helped me out with that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, man. If Marcia had that CSW belt, though,
that
would have been cool.
Now, Cody Breeze did defeat Angus McDuff.
Okay.
Then we had another medallion qualifier with D'Angelo Steele making his return as the referee. And it was Muggsy getting the victory over Johnny Nye and Gustavo. But I believe there was a fast count by D'Angelo.
Against Gustavo?
If my notes are correct. Let me go back to the other handy-dandy thing here.
I mean, I can see that because Gustavo is kind of a dick.
Yes, you are correct though.
There we go. Yeah.
That's bad for Gustavo.
Yeah, I'm just saying Steele's a lunatic, but I mean he ain't gonna do anything bad against Johnny Nye.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, now he's been pretty low key and stuff, so I don't know, maybe, but man, I wouldn't think so.
Nah. But again, Muggsy, over
Mhm.
advances. And he's kind of been, I'm not sure if you remember last show, I think he did it. He had the ring announcer read a certain, announce, how
I'm
they
very
announce.
drawn. Yeah.
Yeah. He had another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He had some cool stuff to say. Said some about Terry Bollea sucking at life or some shit and all that stuff. Said Dr. Pepper's better than Pepsi. That didn't go over too well with some fans, but I agree. So,
I mean, I like them both. It just depends on my mood, but yeah, Dr. Pepper is delicious.
we had the final medallion qualifier, and Hugh Mack was the referee.
Jimmy Carrot, come on.
Well, Jimmy Carrot was in this match.
Jimmy Carrot was in this match, his debut in APW.
It's true. With Basil.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And he took on Michael Camino and Christian Torjan.
Yeah. And he won. Come on, he won. Carrot had to have fucking won.
He could have. He could have won.
He could have. And he did. Say it. Say he did. Say he won, Nubby.
Say it.
Say he won, Nubby.
Do it.
Say he won.
What
Nubby.
if I don't?
Then you've gone to the dark side.
I mean, I'd probably die a little inside. Maybe
Just a
mess
little?
myself. I don't know.
Well, Jimmy Carrot won.
Fuck yeah, he did.
So he
There we go.
advances
Yeah,
into the medallion.
It's Jimmy Carrot, man. It's Jimmy Carrot. Listen, let's think. When Muggsy put it up on Facebook, like, who do I have to punch in the face, whatever, to win this, whatever, I'll see him game past Jimmy Carrot.
Yeah, no, that's as far as he goes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we have the main event.
Oh, yeah. The morning after.
Morning after against the
I'm
big
not the
leagues.
pill, so don't get too excited, Apex.
Ruined my mood now.
Mhm. Usually the pill does.
Yeah.
It's the silence that really sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big leagues out first, talking shit, said they can beat up the old timers in less than 30 seconds. Yeah, they called them old timers. But it's
Okay.
funny because he said he can beat them in 30 seconds, but I'm pretty sure I am undefeated against the big leagues. So if you can't beat me,
Yeah, no room to talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
and I've been smacked around by Rion.
sorry, that sucks.
Never by Max, and I hope I never have to.
No, just don't get lippy.
Well, I like Max.
I mean, who doesn't? He's the greatest guy in the world.
He's
He
your
wished me a
best
happy
friend.
birthday. Hell yeah, he is. Longest reigning 3-time SW heavyweight champion, Max Holiday.
He calls you your best friend.
That's
Or
right. he
his
did.
best friend.
Yeah, he knows the truth. Don't you? I got a happy birthday wish from him and from fucking Angel. Didn't care about the other 87 people that fucking said it. Fuck them all.
That's
That's
cool. Yeah, that's right. I'll go fuck myself. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You forgot. Screw yourself, bro. Holiday and Angel. That's it. Everyone else was like, "Oh, hey, happy birthday." Not them. My birthday best friend.
You got a whole fucking message, didn't
It
you?
was awesome. Oh yeah, yeah. It was
On
Not to
on
brag.
Facebook. On
yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
for
oh yeah. And
everyone to see.
and I shared it on our Facebook page too because that's what friends do.
And he was probably on the treadmill when he did it too.
I hope so. Yeah.
If not, well, that's just disappointing, and I wasted time on that. After they were talking shit, out comes Rihanna and Max. Now, for some reason, the Ghostbusters theme played.
Okay.
Shogun
Now-
show up.
Who's he gonna call?
And now, mind you, Ace is doing music,
Mhm.
and the surprised look on Max and Rion, they walked over to her like, what the fuck you doing? So they went back, and she hit another song. It was not a normal song that they would come out to. Again, so that's twice. This lady is messing up here. She's been doing good all night until the main event.
Yeah.
Well, she finally got it. Can You Feel It? Played. And everyone felt it.
Everyone felt it. Okay.
So eventually they got to the ring.
Okay.
And Motivation Mike still talking shit, facing the crowd outside the ring, saying, he told the bros, go take care of Max and Rion. And the bell rings, so they went to jump Max and Rion. It didn't work out too well. Because right away, Max and Rion pinned them both via roll-up. So they bros weren't happy. Now, mind you, Motivation Mike has no idea what's going on. No idea. He is still focusing on talking shit to the crowd. He did not see what happened. He didn't even see the bros run around him to chase the referee out. Because they were mad at the ref.
That's commitment to the promo. Good for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Motivation Mike, thinking that they won, got back in the ring, and as soon as he turned around, he ate boot named Sue.
Oh
yeah.
And then Max goes for the cover, but here's the problem: no referee.
Because the Briox Bros ran him out of the ring.
That's true.
The Briox Bros ran him out.
The Briox Bros, yeah.
So Rion is calling for a referee just to make the count so we can go home.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Marche slides in and slid right out.
Okay.
He just slid right in and out. And Marche is like, oh, did I, he fucked up. Then all of a sudden, Miles comes out with Steve Michaels in a referee shirt and told Rion, hey, I got you. Told Steve to get in the ring and then counted to 3, and Max and Rion win again. I'm not sure if it was meant to be 2 out of 3 falls, but damn it, we got 2 out of 3 falls anyway.
You didn't ask for it. You were graced with it.
So the Rocket Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion put on a referee shirt and counted to 3 to give the victory to 2 people he beat to retain that championship.
That is true.
Okay.
Miles made it happen. He told Steve to go out there.
Wrestling, folks.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not like blood dripping from my nose at this point of how much this is literally just fucking with my head right now.
There's so much that happened this past week, and it's wild.
Jesus Christ.
What's wild is this was the shortest main event in the history of IPW.
I believe it. Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay.
Like Rion and Max won with the roll up, and then boot named Sue right after.
Named Sue. Okay.
And that was IPW.
Yeah.
Next show is in July.
Nice. Nice. So next show we'll cover what happens at IWA and Ultimate Combat Gauntlet. We may have a match card for POWW Entertainment. So next week is either going to be a really short show with nothing else to talk about, or we're going to fill with a bunch of shit. I don't know, but we'll see what comes out. We'll see what comes up next week. I wanted to ask. I'm gonna start out with my final freaking thought, but my final freaking thought kind of incorporates into a conversation I want to have. Well, not conversation, a question I have for Apex.
Okay.
So Eagle Pro.
Yes, sir.
is going to be wrestling at the Windy City Thunderbolt show this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You know anything about it?
They have not released any match cards for those shows usually.
They never do. They never do.
You're only gonna
Yeah.
get like the big shows, like.
Yeah, but, I mean, you could have promoted it because it's something.
I mean,
Anyways,
focus on-
after the, shut up. Yeah, you fucking sat there this whole show doing nothing. Just continue to do that. After the game, this Thursday, Eagle Pro Wrestling performs their fantastic post-game wrestling show presented by White Castle. The White Castle Wrestling Thursday is back in 2025. Every Wrestling Thursday, the Windy City Thunderbolts transform into the Windy City Sliders. The home team will wear special Sliders team jerseys, which will be auctioned off with all proceeds going to the Castle Shared Charity. Bidding begins May 29th online and runs until August 21st. Bidding link will be announced soon, but take a peek at this year's Sliders uniforms, which are fantastic. So Windy City Thunderbolts will be taking on the Sussex County Miners. That's over at the Thunderbolts Field in
Crestwood.
Crestwood. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. May 29th, game starts at 6:35. Now, I bring that up because I want to talk about what I'm freaking thinking about, and that is Rocket Pro Wrestling is also diving into the minor league baseball scene. Not so much putting on a wrestling show per se, but they will be in attendance to interact with the fans on August 9th at the Joliet Slammers game over at Dooley Health and Care Field. Wrestlers' interactions with the fans in the stands and on the field during the game. Keep your Slammers SmackDown tickets and get your Slammers SmackDown tickets and join them. So it's awesome for Rocket Pro to be doing something like that. I think it's more about community than anything, but good on them. So,
I mean, I hope it's just about community because, we've seen shots fired across the bow apparently from others about Ego Pro and RPW.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not even that. They've been doing the Slammers for a while.
Okay.
yeah, it's
I'm new to them.
Yeah.
In this
no,
little
yeah,
weird
yeah,
feud thing that shouldn't even be a feud at all. So
Shit's
Well,
only
it
a
was-
feud- yeah, shit's
it
only
was
a
started
feud
by
of
one
people wanting to be a
person.
feud.
it was definitely started by one person and fueled by that same person, and then it kind of just caught fire, and I don't know why. So
That's because he was bitter about not being booked. That's all. But that's fine.
I mean, I wasn't booked, and I pretty much just walked away. So
Yeah, so I just want to mention Rocket Pro will be at the Joliet Slammers game on August 9th. Again, it's not wrestling, it's just them showing up, just like I did the car show, I think, this past weekend. So,
it's all you can interact with fans just
Mhm.
outside of wrestling. Like it's always a fun time. So
yeah, so that's my fun freaking thought. Nubby, what about yours?
All right. So I'm gonna bring up a situation, but I am going to keep names out of it
yes,
because there's no need to. And
Great.
besides, this happens everywhere. Honestly, this is the wrestling world, and it sucks that it is. It shouldn't be. I mean, because last week, me and Travis, we talked about, how people should start working together, do better, be better, as we put it, or he put it in the title.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be this bullshit drama, egos, and all that in wrestling. We put on shows for fans. We should be working together.
great.
Now, a situation came about where somebody came out of retirement, if you will, and went back to a home company. Now, that's great.
Yep.
He wants to do something for his, family. Hasn't seen him wrestle and wants to get back into it and work with a company that he's been with for a long time.
Makes
Commendable.
sense. Makes
Great.
sense.
The thing was, there was supposed, creative on his point where he would have some creative control on what he wants to do.
Okay.
Which, it's not Hulk Hogan type shit. I mean, the guy's coming back. He wants to work with certain people. I get it. I mean, you want to put maybe put people over, work with some young guys, some friends you haven't worked in a while. Because when he left unexpectedly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even know he was retired. Like I just thought he was out for a little bit or taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came back, that's when I had found out he actually retired. So it was like one of those quiet ones that we didn't need to go off, which shows like kind of like what you talk about, like the lack of ego. He just went out into the sunset, didn't say a word really about it. So
I mean, he had his reasons for leaving at that time, but things change, life changes and all that.
Yeah.
And he just wanted, go out the way he wants to. Acceptable. We all want to do that.
Yep.
We don't want to have injuries and, life take us out like that. Just the way it is, wrestling.
Yep.
So what was supposed to be creative control his way, I wouldn't say Hulk Hogan wise because Hogan wanted to be on top. This guy wanted to do things, certain things, whatever. Well, apparently that didn't work out.
Okay.
Now, this is from one side only, and I'm only speaking to what I have read on the internet itself. Now, I have talked to this person privately after the fact because we are friends. This person has been there for me. He reached out when my sister passed away back in February, and when we first saw each other for the first time, he hugged me like he never hugged someone before. Like he wouldn't let go. It was fine. Yeah. So there was something where there was no communication between him and promoters.
Okay.
And he saw that when he thought he was booked, he was no longer booked via a flyer.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Okay.
Yeah. And there was no communication whatsoever at the time. And then when he did reach out to somebody in charge, they did not give him a straight answer, or they said they forgot, or whatever the case was, and said they're going in a different direction. But it was just the way it was handled in that moment, according to him.
Okay. And that's where the upsetness came from, where they felt the need to go on to social media to tell the story. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Now, I told you guys about it when it first happened. As soon as I heard about it, so you got you guys got the gist of what took place in that moment. Then, so he had deleted the original post.
Yeah, but that stuff gets screenshotted so fast. Well, like I know it's still made.
Well, he brought it up again anyway and went in more depth about it. But mind you, though, in this post, like the last one, he did not mention names.
Just kept.
He mentioned the company name.
Yeah.
But he did not mention any promoter names or anything.
So just very vague, but the company itself was in the highlight. Okay.
Right. And again, he reported that he was not getting his creative way and pretty much let him go without notice. That's the gist of it.
Okay. I mean, we're independent contractors, and I mean, we could be let go at any moment, but all right.
Well, but if there's like a communication, they should
at least
provide a reason. Provide a reason for it.
If you've had history with them in the past, like you would think you give them that courtesy. Like, look, man, we're going creative. I apologize for the lack of communication, but we're just not going to use you anymore. Right. And it's just something like be. And this is any promotion, guys. If you're listening to this, you should really definitely just be honest with the people they work with. We're adults, and some of them might take it in a negative way. Some people just want to know the truth. They hate being danced around. Straight up. As a business owner, I can tell you right now, I've told everyone straight up, I don't dance around it. I'm not a politician. So
and then when I had the private conversation, now going by what he had said, I kind of said like, based on what I have heard before in the past by other individuals, this wouldn't surprise me.
Mhm.
Now, this is based off what others have said. You can have an opinion. So that's what I had. I had my own opinion based on what I heard.
Okay.
Now, I don't experience this, at least not there. I don't work there. I have never really worked there, but I can't say this is true. That is what is going on. I'm only going by what I have seen on Facebook and what I was told by one individual.
Okay.
So when the second post came out,
Now, is this the one that you had communicated with us in the chat?
yeah,
Okay.
a lot more went on.
Mm.
Probably more than should have, because there was only one side of the story, and that was his side. And some people who have had dealt with certain issues and have left that company chimed in. I
Oh.
expect that from the wrestling world, because it does happen. I mean, even non-wrestling world, that just happens. It's the life we live in, you know? People want to chime in, give their opinions. Some just want to talk shit just to hear themselves. I'm not saying that's what these guys are doing. They have their gripe, and I've heard their sides of what took place with them. That's on them.
Yeah.
But then I heard the other side.
Okay.
And from what I heard from the other side is said person showed up to the last event that they were booked on intoxicated.
You can't do this. This is safety. It's a safety thing. Like I hate it.
Right. Now, I'm not sure if this person knew that was being said, because if that's not what, if that's what happened and he does not know that, that could also be a problem.
Yeah.
Because if they're not telling him that's what the reason why we're not going in that creative direction with you, that is a bit of a low blow. And I've seen that with many promotions and non-wrestling business. That does happen.
Well, I mean, and then if to not find out officially and like have that conversation, it's a he said, she said type thing. But also, if it winds up not being true and it gets out, now you got slander and deprivation of a wrestler's character. Like that's not cool at all.
Right. Well, I first heard it from one individual because I was talking with them and they explained what happened at the show that just happened, because something took place in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I heard that said person was told to show up and go talk. And then when they showed up, they apparently got punched in the face for no reason. But when you hear from the other side, said person apparently, I think they also said that they were drunk then too. But I'm not, I think I heard that. I'm not 100%. Again, this is all hearsay, speculation. But still, this person was acting tough toward the other person, which got them punched in the face.
I mean, as somebody that like to get punched in the face all the time for fun, usually when you're hit in the face in a real life scenario, something has to happen. No one just goes up and hits people in the face for no reason.
Well,
it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. And I mean, the person that did the punching has been, called a bully.
Okay. Yeah.
As someone who has dealt with this person for many years, and I will admit, and I have told him this before, that sometimes he overreacts.
Okay. So he's like got that temperament type thing where he's can't.
A bit temperamental, yes.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people, even his friends might say that. But I've also said this to him many years ago. He tends to overreact.
Yeah, so it's
like,
nothing different.
but I don't see this person punching somebody for no reason either.
Okay.
You have to do something to him to punch him, to want to punch you. So, hearing everything, both sides, I don't think I should just pick one side or the other. And I'm not going to, because I like both sides. But the problem is the communication, there's none.
Yeah. Honestly, because you know both sides, Turtle, I think, staying out of it and being in the middle, like
I stay out of shit anyway.
Oh yeah, that's why you're doing so well in this business for so long, because you're not interested in that extra crap. And that's exactly how it should be. Like, you've heard both sides. It is what it is. Let them hash it out. At least you've heard both, and you're just like, okay, well, that's, I'm cool with both of you guys still, but you probably should talk. And that's the last thing I'm gonna say on it. Just walk away.
I mean, if one side is willing to go on social media and post whatever they want, I kind of wish they would too. The other side,
yeah, I think it'll
defend yourself and explain what happened. But I mean, I get why they don't, because they don't really have to.
Sweep under the rug type thing. If we pretend it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. We've shown everything you said was a lie, kind of thing. So I think one of the posts, things that was said, like, it was the company was dying and there was no one in the crowd. And then one of the wrestlers came on and said, there was like, there's like 4 people here tonight. Yeah, we're doing fine. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever.
I think it's just there was lack of communication, and I'd say it was on both sides. But now, listening to the other side this past weekend, what I was told doesn't surprise me to a point that something like this took place. Now, whether it did, I don't know. Just like the other side, I don't know if he's right. I was not there. I can only speculate and give opinions. And I gave my opinion to that person as well. I said that it doesn't surprise me just based on what taken place in the past. And it saddens me that it happened. Like, because I thought the person was getting better.
Okay.
At, with life.
Oh, yeah.
If that's what took place, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
On the other side, when the wrestling aspect of it, based on what I've heard from other people, that also doesn't surprise me. Just from what others have heard, what I have heard from others. Now, me, I don't have official opinions or facts because I'm not there and I don't work there. So I don't deal with people like that. The moral of this story is there's got to be better ways to do this. Communicate better.
Yeah.
And put egos and pride aside. I dealt with this shit before where I was stuck in the middle of something.
Yeah, it's never fun.
It sucked. And I saw a company go under because the owner decided his pride was more important than friendship. That company started with a domino effect. When shit went down, Travis knows what I'm talking about. I'll mention it. Fuck it. JFW.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
The domino effect. It went one person at a time. Where friendships were ruined because of stupid pride. And the owner of the company, fuck it, Mitch Blake, he did not want to communicate with his friends the right way. He just said, oh, fuck these guys. Oh, they're running away from me. Blah, blah, blah. Loyalty, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He did this to himself. And like I said, communication is key. He didn't care about his friends, apparently. I mean, when one person didn't get paid, he's puffy chested and, oh, I paid him, blah, blah, blah. He didn't talk to the guy.
Yeah.
So, moral of this story, we got to be better about this.
100%.
And again, I'm not talking shit about anybody. Not one word that I say was shit talking about anybody. So I better not get a fucking phone call tomorrow and get yelled at. I gave opinions and told a story.
Well, you said exactly what's out there. But you didn't say who's right, who's wrong. You just said, this is what was said. This is what was said. You just gave information. You haven't picked a side. You haven't decided with anybody being right or wrong. So, yeah, if you do get a call tomorrow, it's absolute bullshit.
The people that know who you're talking about know who you're talking about, and the people who don't. It's
right.
And that's the thing, because we've talked about some pretty fucked up shit on this podcast. That was in Kentucky. That guy down in Kentucky.
Yep.
Talked about that situation with that dude being
a racist
piece of shit. Yep.
Yep.
But the thing is too, I don't remember if we talked about it on the show, but I mean, it's out there on social media. We talked about there was a company, a brand new fucking company going through the same kind of shit where they had to go out and defend themselves. The exact opposite of what the company we're talking about did by staying silent, allowing the person. But I mean, this company went onto their Facebook page and said, "We are not associated with this guy. Do not associate." So like he is not part of this. And that dude has a bad history. Whatever. I don't know the dude.
Yep.
I'm not going to judge him for whoever he is. If the company doesn't want anything to do with him, then the company doesn't want anything to do with him. And obviously, that guy went out there and said, "Oh, well, this is what they're saying. This is what they're doing. I was told this, blah, 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 blah." Nothing against the person who said this stuff to the guy, but we probably shouldn't have. But again, it was an overzealous owner who really didn't think before speaking. And the thing is, too, is because when you own a business like that, you need to communicate before you go off and make a decision on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Because your decision affects everybody. Now, did dude go out and punch dude? Who fucking knows? But regardless of what happened, I'm sure there was a conversation behind the scenes about what do we do about this? What should we do about it? And I think what they're doing about not acknowledging it is for the best for them.
It'll die out quicker. Well, that's what you hope. I mean, when you look at NFL right now, it's kind of like the same relations. There's conversations of stuff that happened in the past that keep getting brought up on the teams, and then it's just no one cares. Everyone's like, we don't care, but other people want to keep bringing it up. It's going to happen.
But see, and that's the thing I say again, and nothing against the wrestler and all that shit. Absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I've seen him wrestle. I've never actually had an actual conversation with him, but it's not like this didn't happen while he was their champion. This didn't happen while they were his top guy. He came back from a sabbatical, retirement, whatever you want to call it, and shit just changes, and it happens. That's the bit. Cards subject to change. It's not a gimmick. That's what life is. And if he did show up to the show like they claimed he did, then maybe communicate. Listen, here's the problem. This is what the problem is. This is why we course correct it, because we can't deal with this. That's a liability on the business, So them not responding online to any of this may be smart on their end, because like I said, he's not a main player in the company right now. He was not anymore. None of their stories have to do with him at this point. And they seem to be doing just fine. Yeah. Now, obviously, if there's a big dip in their, their
show,
their tickets and stuff, they go from 400 to 250, or, they slowly trickle and say, okay, well, maybe we do got to act on this. Deal with it then. But I think this is just a situation where, like Nubby said, Apex agreed to, it's a lack of communication. It's adults not being adults, and that's all it is.
It's crazy because wrestling business is supposed to be full of adults.
Yeah.
Literally, you have to be an adult nowadays to wrestle. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's an unfortunate situation. But again, if you guys know what we're talking about, then hey, agree or disagree, it is what it is. If you don't know what we're talking about, just search Facebook. You'll find it.
Yeah.
It's out there. You'll fucking know. You'll see it.
But there is that phrase. There's one side. There's three sides. His side, their side, and the truth. I don't know because I'm not there. I can only speculate. And if say there was a conversation about what took place at the show that he was at, and they did acknowledge what he did wrong, and he's not bringing it up, that's a problem and needs to seek help for it.
Yeah. It's a dangerous world when somebody can't admit their own faults.
I mean, I do it all the time.
Yeah, we're all human and we all make mistakes. you have to be able to man up and own them. If you're not willing to, that's a dangerous mindset. You have to accept mistakes. So,
yep.
Need to separate ego and pride.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is this is so fresh and new. I doubt that it's over. We're probably going to see more of it come in the next couple of weeks and stuff like that. So
that's maybe why they're not responding, because they're just hoping that's going to die out. But you're right.
Usually it should, and that's the thing. It should, because if dude truly, like he says, after all this happened, he just wants to be done, then just be done. You know, just go back to just being who you are. Go back to your life. Let the company be the company. Let you be you, and just fucking move on from it. That's it. Or go wrestle somewhere else. And just
another option.
Have those moments, because I mean, it's just there's other companies, not just the one. We talk about 20 something others, so pick one.
So okay.
Right. What about you, Pex? Who do you
Before
want?
I go to mine, I'm more on the sappier side there. But I just want to say how amazing that was to get to that entire conversation without naming any names or anything like that. That was great.
I'm good at being vague.
Professional.
I can do that. I can do that.
So just want to bring that up. My last thing, and Travis is that you have a problem with him, but I definitely wanted to give a shout out to Chet. As much as he can get on everyone's nerves, whether you love him, you hate him at the shows, he's always involved with the wrestlers, always the boss. He's a huge fan of mine. So I actually got to speak with him yesterday. He is having a heart valve surgery tomorrow. So as much as anyone, doesn't like what goes on at shows, that's a scary thing. As someone that just went through a back surgery, I can't imagine my heart being worked on. So it's something he's known for a while. They made some tribute to him at ARW. I think Greg actually went up to him at that show. He said it's surgery that he can recover from. So I told him hopefully that when I make my return back into the ring, I will see him sitting at that ringside there seat, so that I know that he is back to normal. But love him or hate him, I do wish him all the best, because he is a humongous wrestling fan. He comes to all the shows, and I said he's been a fan of mine. He might get on people's nerves at the shows, but it honestly makes for good entertainment sometimes, and he gives you a target if you're a heel or a face to put on a show for the crowd. So hopefully he listens to this show. If not, fuck you. But we are wishing you the best, Chet, no matter what. So that was my wrestling thing today, because he's a super fan. I threw it in there. What do you want from me?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't hate Chet.
I didn't say you hated him.
You did. You said, I know you don't like the guy. I know you hate the guy, or whatever the fuck you said. Use the word hate. I don't hate Chet. I don't give a shit about Chet. Here's the thing. Godspeed in your fucking surgery, but he's still a piece of shit. And it's not because he's a piece of shit because he brings the worst out in fucking heels and shit like that. He's a piece of shit because he feels that he could go into private messages to people and say shit to them without any type of repercussions. Because at some point, and it's really hard, and I try my absolute best to be a decent person and not attack what problems he has. Absolutely not. I do not do that. I think it's low-hanging fruit to do so. And I would never do anything like that to somebody. I think that's rude. I think that's disrespectful to attack somebody. And I'll just say it for anyone out there who doesn't know Chet. I get that he has some kind of mental issue that makes him slow. What I don't know what the proper verbiage is. I don't know. If you guys know what it is, please educate me on it. But he's slow. There's some kind of mental slowness to him. I don't know what it is, but whatever. I would never go on Facebook on a post. I would never do it at a show. And I'd never come onto this show. I would never do it in a private message and poke fun at him or mock him for it or take that as a weakness against him to put him down and make him feel bad, because that's a shitty thing to fucking do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. I will mock him for being annoying as fuck.
Yep.
Because he is. because I understand that there are certain things about him that doesn't allow him to understand right from wrong, what he should do and what he shouldn't do, especially in this business. I do not care when people call me fat. I really don't. I know I'm fat. I've had several podcasts, at least 2 podcasts with Apex talking about my weight. I've had several more podcasts talking about how my weight, how much I hate it. But it does not bother me when people call me fat. I don't care. Their opinions are their opinions. But when you get a guy who you don't know coming to your private messages and call you a fat piece of shit, a disgusting fucking pig, all this other shit. And I get it, because I can't say anything back to him because then I'm the bad guy. And he just doesn't know any better. Whatever. I do not give a fuck about Chet in the business. Personally, I hope his surgery goes great.
Yes.
Nobody, I pray to God it goes great, because he deserves to enjoy fucking wrestling. But when he's back, he really needs to think about what he's doing. And it's the same thing with Santino. They really need to think about what they're doing in this business and find that line and quit fucking crossing it.
Okay.
When you go onto social media and you say shit about somebody and they respond to it, don't go into their fucking private messages and try to say some shit, because it's just fucking stupid. Because when Chet says something about JFW or me or whatever the fuck it is, and I have to respond to him about being an annoying piece of shit, or tell him to shut up with your stupid fanny pack, and then you gotta come into my fucking DMs and mock my weight, or when Santino does his shit and then people start poking fun of him and he gets upset about it, it's like, dude, you bring it upon yourself.
Yeah.
I do not hate Chet. I do not wish ill on Chet, but Chet needs to fucking do better. Or whoever is around Chet, who fucking he hangs around with in this business, who's teaching him how to do shit in his business, teach him to not be a piece of shit.
Okay.
Because I don't want this belief that I don't want the people to think this, that they're like, oh, he hates Chet. Oh, I don't hate anybody. I either like you or I don't give a fuck about you. There's no middle ground there. I don't hate anybody. I just like or don't give a shit. But
I like it.
I do hope Chet does well in the surgery. I hope he recovers long and alone. I hope it takes quite some time. Maybe
for a while.
I pray that maybe he makes a return back to the fucking wrestling scene so he can watch wrestling live, maybe in 2028. Who fucking knows? Sit at home.
Check the date there for a second. Hang on.
Yeah.
I had to look at my calendar. I had to make sure I was looking at the right time frame, but okay.
Yeah, it's.
I get it, man. I get it. I just, it's a big deal. So that's the only reason why I brought it up. So
yeah, but that's the thing too. And the one thing that sucks the most about, especially when it comes to Chet, Santino stuff, growing up, maybe you guys are better people than I am. There are certain things that friends used to say to other friends, that use the word R.
God, yeah.
Right. And there's obviously getting better at it. I have gone 10 years in podcasting, well, almost 10 years in podcasting, without ever once saying somebody is being the R word.
Wow.
Because I respect.
Actually, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, because I understand how ignorant that is to do, especially when somebody has the perception of being mentally challenged. Never want to do that,
Agreed.
But when somebody does it, and it's just like, it brings back that history of like, God, quit being so fucking blah. That's the last podcast I remember fucking doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just cancel at that point. You're just you're done.
Yeah, and I'll be damned if I have to cancel my show over a fucking James Creed fanny pack wearing motherfucker, like fucking sweatpants and Crocs, So
I agree with what you just said right there. That's more than enough. Like that sums it up.
You need to get rid of the fanny pack
and the Crocs and the sweatpants and just
the pink Creed.
I'll start with the fanny pack because it's James Creed. Put my face on it. All right, keep it.
And we'll get him. We'll get him a turtle fanny pack.
The only reason I ever want to see that idiot in fucking the front row ever again is if that hot girl's fucking. I'm assuming it's a nurse or whoever or somebody he paid for, whatever. Bring them back. That's fine. Bring that client with you, wherever the fuck she is, because she was decent to fucking look at, especially next to that featherless big bird motherfucker like Chet. Anyways, yes, I don't hate Chet. He's just annoying as fuck. Okay, anything else wrestling we gotta talk about?
No, I think that's it for the week.
Who won predictions?
Yeah, I don't think I guess Trick.
Nobody thought Trick. We can talk all about. We have such a short show next week. We can talk all about that stuff next week.
Cool.
Nubby, you won Saturday Night Main Event. I think Apex came in second. I came in third. Jay didn't predict anything.
Get better.
And actually, wait, hold on. You and Pex tied Saturday Night Main Event. And then I came in third from Saturday Night Main Event. I won. I got first in Battlegrounds. You got second. Apex got third. So
yeah,
I think if I did that right, I think you walked away with 7 points. Pex walked away with 6. And I walked away with 6. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad. I heard rumor that Drew was fucking leaving for a while. I just thought maybe you give him one win because I don't remember the last time he ever won a PLE.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going at with that too. I didn't realize that rumor was coming up now. He's gonna take his break.
Yeah,
and I did not realize that Damien. I mean, Ventura was pissed, and like is he a demented? I mean, we got to talk about this more next week. But like, I don't think he knew the rules of a cage match. That's depressing for somebody who's been in the business as long as he did. I don't know if that was all shoot or work or what, but definitely to go deep into that next week for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna cover more. We cover a bunch of stuff next week. And there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about too. So
cool.
In the meantime, guys, make sure you check out our podcast wherever you're listening to it audibly. Continue to do so. Make sure you rate and review it. If you want to watch the show, you can do so over on our YouTube page, JFW Wrestling, JFW Podcast. If you guys are following us on Facebook, continue to do so. But if you check it out, where we talk about how we're promoting what we're talking about on the show, Apex Nutrition now sponsors that. So
thank you.
I don't know if you call it a sponsorship or a partnership or whatever, but those rundowns are now going to be brought to you by Apex Nutrition. And if you guys are following Apex Nutrition on Facebook, make sure you do so. And a lot of transitioning going on over there, and so you kind of keep updated on what's going on with that. And that's all I got.
Kyle still sucks, and I believe we can
ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I'm Travis C.
And I am the Faction Slayer and IPW 1/3 Trios Champions, Nubby the Amazing Turtle, Kyle Bunga.
And I am the King of Combat, the top of the food chain, Apex.
And thank you for listening to an episode of Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.